Right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Bonsoir tout le monde et bienvenue. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, Chuck in Hamilton, Ontario, and we are live and streaming on the air. And this is the Monday night accidental net on behalf of the Lake Ontario Radio Club. And we meet here, as Mac mentioned, 4 times a week on the ZOE repeater for the Lake Ontario Radio Club. Um, let's see now. I think Mac pretty much covered everything else. And he is also streaming on YouTube, VA3IMW. And with that, without further ado, another gorgeous day today. A little bit on the cool side if you were in the shade, but nonetheless, a beautiful sunny day and dry as well. So, with that, let me get the logbook up and running here, and we'll do some call outs for any time sensitive, mobile, priority traffic, or just someone who'd like to check in and out very quickly. In and outs, please come now.
Victor Echo 3, Sierra Mike, November Mobile.
Number one with a bullet, Victor Echo 3, Sierra Mike November Mobile. Matt, come on in. How are you?
Thank you, Chuck. Already in the car, heading for coffee. I thought it's such a nice evening that I will sit there with the windows down and listen to some music and enjoy a little spare time. And I am doing pretty good. And how have you been doing today, Chuck?
Well, I've been doing all right, taking it easy. I wished my back procedure would have worked, but unfortunately, this time around, still not feeling any relief. So just taking it easy. I've been playing around with my new solar panel, trying to figure out the best location for it. But in the meantime, I'm just moving it around in my backyard, and yeah, it's been nice not having to use the plug in the wall charger for my battery. The solar panel's been doing it for the last few days, so that's nice. So Matt, please say hi to everyone at coffee tonight, and have a great evening at coffee. Matt, anything else?
No, that's all for me. Thank you very much. And I'll be listening for a little while, and then I'll switch back and forth. And I'll say 7-3 now to everyone who's listening and on the stream already, and we'll talk to you all again soon.
All right, and uh, for your information, the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club has a net going on right now on the VE3 NCF repeaters, 70 centimeters and 2 meter, tonight with Marty VE3 QEE at the helm. And so once we're done here, I'm going to switch over and go say hi to Marty and whoever else is out there. Thanks again, Matt. Take care, sir. Have a great rest of the evening. And guess what I'm enjoying right now?
I'll take a wild stab at it. It's an Irish cream coffee made by Bailey's.
Oh, man, you are good. All right, very good, Matt. Yes, sir. Enjoying that very much. Thanks again. And let's see now. Who else is out there? I guess we'll open up the net to anyone and everyone with a valid license who'd like to check in tonight on the Monday night accidental net. This is VA3CJZ looking for your check-ins. Quiet crowd tonight.
Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey. Despising dead air.
Yeah, they do say silence is golden, but not when you're looking for the opposite. So, very good, Mac. Let's bring in VA3, India Mike Whiskey.
Yes, sir. Good evening, you and to everybody else who's listening and too shy to key up. Actually, those are the folks that are probably outdoors basking in the sunshine. My goodness gracious, what a great afternoon. Yeah, the hard part this morning was watching the truck roll down the road on the flatbed off to the transmission shop. So got a call this afternoon. They do have some hard lines they have to replace, and they noticed a drive shaft support bearing that needs to be changed out as well. So it sounds like in a couple of days she'll come back with a brand new infusion. So hopefully another 250,000 kilometers before anything else goes wrong. Hi. Other than that, yeah, it was a good afternoon and a good opportunity to zip out to the park. I actually went out to the driveway with some gear, and I was going to test my ATAS 120 because it experienced a little interruption while we were doing our N1CC event on Saturday, and I wanted to verify that the system had restarted. So sure enough, I guess the radio protects itself if you do something stupid, like I did. And after having the radio shut down for a period of time, it'll reinitialize and everything connects. So sure enough, yep, ATAS 120 is back in operating order. And when I went out the front door, or when I finished up playing in the driveway, my wife asked me if why I hadn't left yet. So that was kind of an opportunity for me to select a park that maybe I hadn't worked before, which is why I ended up at 50 Point. Let me drop. And sure enough, I set up just with 20 and 40 meter ham sticks. I did work 17 and 15 meters for a little bit. Not a whole lot of action there. And our favorite Hamilton supporter here, VA3CJZ, managed to find a spot on the edge of the mountain and threw some RF my way. So nice to hear him. I guess the top of the day was a contact from Ukraine and two from
Oh, yeah.
Italy, but both on 40 meters, believe it or not. Those guys like to work hard. Anyways, yes, so my logbooks are in, and speaking of logbooks, so we're only waiting for Steve and Mark to get their logbooks submitted for completing the N1CC stuff. And I understand that Steve and Mark are headed for Ottawa today for the
Oh,
combination of some personal business that Mark had to do, as well as stopping. And Steve did say they were going to be activating parks on their way to and from. So sounds like a lot of fun. We're living vicariously through them. And let me turn it back to you, Chuck. Thanks for doing this one tonight.
all right, Mac. I remember earlier when you were talking to me, and it was a little difficult to make out what you were saying there. The one part I did catch was enough to pay for an amateur radio. And of course, that got my attention. Yeah, transmissions are not cheap, as a matter of fact. Nothing is nowadays, but they've been notoriously known to be quite expensive. Reminds me of remember I was talking about my 10-second car? Well, that same car, I lost the transmission out of it, and I knew a guy who had dug a pit in his garage. And get this, he got a hold of a Challenger transmission that was also at 318, I think, and we slapped it in there. And it cost me, Mac, you're gonna cry, but it cost me a case of beer, a 2-4, and 20 or $40. Now we're talking probably half a century ago, but the price was right. I got to tell you.
Oh yes, and once upon a time I would have crawled underneath there and done it all myself, but um, you know what? Changing transmission line, that's not the hard part. Um, Refilling the transmission because they no longer put filler tubes and dipsticks in them. It all has to be done from underneath the vehicle. So
That's crazy.
I'm just not up to that. So I'll burp the wallet rather than put myself in hardship. I'll hold this garage responsible. I'm hoping for great things. They had a 5.0 rating um, in customer reviews. So it's a Dick's transmission in Waterdown. And they did say that they'd have it all done in a couple of days. So
Mm,
I guess
nice.
now I just have to figure out how to get from here to there once they have everything bolted back together, and manage to get the rental car returned to Upper James. So there's going to be some logistical nightmares that I'm going to have to work through, but I'm sure we'll get there.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely you will there, Mac. And interesting to know about Steve and Mark. I hope they have a good trip, a safe trip, and no breakdowns. And speaking of breakdowns, it sounds like a few of you guys had some breakdowns doing the parks there. I understand a couple of you guys had some issues with equipment.
Yep. So as I was setting up, I touched the tuner button when I had an end fed connected to the 891, and that's a bad thing to do. Um, so that's where the ATAS wouldn't function. So I had to scramble and instead of using the ATAS 120, throw up the PAC 12, and then as a team we worked on measuring, setting the telescoping whip as we worked the bands from 6 meters down through um, 17, and then when we got down to 20 meters, we switched over to the 80 meter end fed wire, and that seemed to work fairly well. On the other hand, Wade smoked a tuner, and that's not code for anything, right? It was actually the new ham, G, VA3 Lima Oscar Delta, and she said, "I smell smoke," and Wade said, "Oh no, no, everything's fine." No, 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 your tuner is smoking. So yeah, they had to swap that out, and Dave, VA3DCS Dave, had a spare tuner that he brought along with them. I'm not. Oh, yes. And Steve had a massive RF coming back into the microphone from his antenna. So pretty much all of the upper band area, he had to run like 5 or 10 watts in order to cut the RF out. So I'm trusting he's got a solution for that. I think the ATAS works best when you're working from a distance from it because of the radiated waves, especially higher bands, 10, 12 meters. That's a really bad spot to get a little bit of sizzle back in the microphone, and it just completely obliterates your signal. Anyways, yes, we all overcame our adversity, and let me drop. And finally, the final adversity was the Dundas Valley Park guys. They froze. They chose a position that was buffeted by winds. So Dave, Terry, and Larry
Oh,
had to button up their coats, and Terry had his hood on, and they were freezing out there. Everybody else at the other parks were basking in the sunshine, in the shelter of the trees, and enjoying the day. But yeah, everybody had adversity to overcome, but the teams pulled together in true fashion. So yeah, it's very inspiring. Too deep for Monday evening. Back to you, Chuck.
okay, Mac. Thank you for all that information. And yeah, well, yeah, it's these things happen. Okay, then. So, with that, I want to acknowledge Droner Wayne, who checked in on my stream, VA3FMB. And then on Mac's stream, we have VA3 Mike Hotel Victor, along with Steve, and who checked in, and Albert checking in from Barrie. I got a question, Albert. I forgot to ask you earlier. The home opener for the Ticats is on Thursday, and I understand you normally have season tickets. So what are you going to do? Are you going to drive back on Thursday night, go watch the game, and then drive back Friday morning, and then drive back Friday night? I'm curious to know what the plan is there, Albert. Okay, and Bill is there too, VE3IUK. Good evening. And so I will add you to the log momentarily, Bill. But for now, let's see who else is out there would like to check into the Monday night accidental net, or as some like to call it, the oopsie net, as we all do a little oopsie once in a while. All right, who else is out there?
VA3DCS. Mr. Chuck. Yeah, for Alpha.
Victor Echo 3 India Uniform Kilowatt.
VA3 Romeo Uniform Alpha.
All right, I got four more there. I have DCS, NFL, IUK, and RUA. And so let's bring in DCS Dave, VA3 Delta Charlie Sierra.
Good evening there, Chuck, and all on frequency. Yeah, I kind of got the radio turned on just as Mac was talking about his transmission and where he was getting it done at, and that just reminded me I had a transmission fixed at that same place about 40 years ago. And it was recommended by my neighbor who had his own garage.
Ah, yes, their own garage or a pit dug in their own garage. I remember when a law came out that you could not do that anymore because of safety concerns. Of course, uh, you know, someone just digging dirt out is not a secure pit for working on cars, and so they banned that. But I was lucky enough to know a couple of guys who had those pits, and they didn't care. Just drive right up, and they do the work underneath. But yeah, trannies have always been, like I said, expensive.
Yeah, I guess I should have clarified that a little bit more. My neighbor who had his own garage because he was a mechanic and he owned the shop. So yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it was a what was it? My old Malibu Classic. It was skipping gears on me, and yeah, he said take it there and they'll have it fixed up in no time. And sure enough, they did.
yes. I remember when I lost reverse. That was fun.
Oh, I bet it was. You just have to find a hill to go up a hill and then just put in neutral, or is that Newfie overdrive?
Let's just say you had to strategically park your car so that there was no backing out involved. So you had to be careful where you turned the car off.
Yes, yes, very true. Yeah, we had a little bit more than just a smoked tuner at Canal Park. I guess Wade's batteries pretty much died right off the bat. Good thing Bill brought a spare battery, and also the cable between the control unit and the head unit we replaced because the radio kept shutting off. Yeah, so that was a good time.
Oh no, everything's fine. No, no, there's smoke coming out. Okay, very good, Dave. Well, thanks for your check-in, sir. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed the day. And we're looking to see 27 degrees for the next couple of 2, 3 days there. So the cool day today was a nice, refreshing day, but things are going to warm up. So anything else before I move along there, Dave?
No, nothing else on this end. VA3. Oh my, really?
CJZ.
Chuck. VA3DCS, Claire with you.
Okay, so yeah, it's Victor Alpha 3, Charlie, Juliet, Zulu, CJZ. One letter different in the suffix than Huey. Huey is DJZ, and I am CJZ for Chuck. All right, Dave, thank you so much for your check-in, sir. Have a great rest of the evening. And so we're going to move over now and say hello to Al, VA3, November Fox Lima, Mr. Retired.
How you doing, Chuck? Had a good day. I'm here cleaning the mess up from my little granddaughter's birthday party there yesterday. And I working on the pool and realized the damn camera was broke. So I had to go blow
Uh-oh.
$70 on a new one. So, now, that's good. Well, brought to a man on there, fella. VA3CJZ, CH3NFL.
Oh yeah, $75, eh, for another skimmer? Oh yeah, I didn't know you had a pool. Right on. And so yeah, I know, eh? Sometimes you forget things and well, you know, I've done that. You leave things on and the next day you're like, "Oh, damn, I meant to turn that off."
Oh, yeah. Nah. A few bucks out the window. What are you going to do? The grandkids love it. I love it, too. I never used to get into a damn pool till last year. Damn, every time it was warm, I was in there. So, yeah, I'm sure I'm going to continue on, but, well, that's good. Other than that, I hope everything's good for you and everybody on net. So, I'll turn it back to net. VA3CJZ, VA3NFL.
Ah, yes, the mayor of Grassy, Ontario, enjoying his days by cutting the grass and drinking beer, jumping in the pool, playing with the grandkids. Very good. Okay, Al, thanks so much for your check-in. Have a great evening. And I'd like to say hello to Eddie, who's checked in on my stream. Juliet 3, Fox November Mike. It's morning time. It's Tuesday morning in Japan. Good morning, Eddie. Hope you have a great day today. And so with that, let's move on and bring in our next contestant on the. Oh no, that's a different. Okay, VE3 India Uniform Kilowatt.
Yeah, I will say hello to Eddie. That's great. Check in from Japan. Our little net here has gone international. How about that? Anyway, Chuck, not too much to report here. Not too much radio today. A couple of new parts on 40 meters, but 20 signals were up and down like a toilet seat at a birthday party, so didn't do too much. Other than that, can't think of anything else. Yeah, this Saturday was interesting. It was a good thing. We had all bought equipment, and I wasn't really going to bring anything. Then I decided, oh, I'll just pull my radio and tuner out, and I'll just bring the battery and extra coax and all the other little doodads that I have in my POTA bag, and it's a darn good thing I did. Anyway, Chuck, it was still a lot of fun, and that's part of the adversity and part of being a ham. Anyways, thanks for doing it. Back to you.
Yeah, very good, Bill. You know, I always say, you know, try and bring extra because you know the old saying, it's better to not need it and have it. Or no, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. There you go. I got it right.
Yeah, it's hard to get around, Dave. Yeah, no, it's not a big deal because I have everything packed in my bag, and every time I go out, I think of something else I can add to that bag. So I've got quite a lot of doodads there that probably save the day, especially if I'm out with a group. So not an issue at all. I think it's good to have a little bit of redundancy when you're going out with a group like that. Absolutely. Anyway, Chuck, thanks for doing it, and I will be listening along.
All right, very good, Bill. Thank you so much for your check-in tonight, and looks like a great rest of the week. But make sure you cut your grass before Saturday. It's going to rain on Saturday. I want to say hello to Truth Hurts 2025, also known as November 3, Oscar Papa, Ken in Juliet, Georgia. Welcome, Ken. Welcome to our net every Monday night. I'll be back streaming again on Wednesday for the Amateur Radio Exchange Group at 8 p.m. if anyone's interested. And also, after this net at 8 p.m., I will be streaming the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club HF net on 7.150 at 8 p.m. on this YouTube stream. And that's VA3CJZ on YouTube. And so with that, let's bring in Ray without further ado. Victor Alpha 3, Romeo Uniform Alpha.
Good evening, Chuck, and everybody on that. Just enjoying this lovely weather that we're having. The sound of the ACs buzzing along in the background, and just a nice, quiet time, because for a lot of kids, it's too hot outside.
Well, they're saying we're not going to get it that bad in southern Ontario this year, but that remains to be seen. Geez, I remember at this time last year, the most of the country was on fire. The last couple of years, actually. This year, we got such a cold and wet end of winter and straight into a very cold spring and wet. So yeah, that's a good thing, I guess. But anyways, Ray, thank you so much for checking in. Of course, you're making it into the repeater very well, and I hear you no problem. So, anything new and exciting with you?
Well, I think this is the first time we've hit June, and there hasn't actually been a humidity that's past 70%. Usually by now we're at 90, 95, 100, some years.
Yes, I know that the last month of school, June, has been very hot over some years, where some schools that don't have AC, the kids are really cooking in their classroom by the end of the year there. So, yeah, all in all, we can only hope for the best and enjoy the summer. And so remember, if you go out on water, wear a flotation device. That'll save your life, maybe. So, anyways, Ray, thank you again. And do you have anything else for us?
No, I'll be listening along. VA3, RUA.
Okay, and I remember now, Larry, VE3LBI, had sent me a message with information about a G4 geomagnetic storm that we were supposed to get on the 1st, or last night, UTC time on the 1st. And so they said it was supposed to clear up by the end of tomorrow evening. So if you're having trouble on the bands, it's to be expected due to the storm that we had. And so it shall pass. All right, so that clears my list. Let's see who else is out there. Would like to check in and say hi here on the Monday Night Accidental Net.
VA3 WPG mobile. VA3 CRF portable.
All right, I got ZJC, WPG portable, and CRF portable. So let's take in Chris first, who's portable, VA3 WPG.
Yeah, everybody, VA3 WPG, just dropping in a quick check into the net here, helping someone out do a few things today, running around today. On my way home pretty soon, and realized it was 7:30, so I switched on my radio, and oh hey, the net's still going, so it's a lengthy one tonight. So here I am, dropping in a check-in, and one to the count.
All right, very good, Chris. Well, thanks for being able to check in tonight. I do appreciate it. It helps to count. And you don't work too hard and have a great rest of the evening.
For 11 hours helping buddy, so yeah, that was pretty cozy out there today. All right, I guess I'll keep going. Got another portable out there. Last time picking up from here, VA3 WPG mobile.
All right. A little bit noisy in there that time, but I got it all there, Chris. Thank you so much. Next, let's bring in Vern, VA3 Charlie Romeo Foxtrot portable.
Good evening, Chuck, and everybody on the net. Thanks for picking me up. Nice to hear you in there. Just out for a walk. Temperature is 18. Another gorgeous day. Hope you were able to spend part of it outdoors, Chuck. And glad that the activation went well on the weekend. Been listening to comments and stuff about that. And yeah, pretty cool to have a check-in from Japan. That's very exciting. Anyway, hope that everyone has a great upcoming week. I gather we're not looking at any rain till probably Friday or Saturday. So as you said, Chuck, if you're going to cut the lawn, you might want to do it early in the week rather than later. VA3 CRF.
Absolutely, Vern. Yep. And so today was probably the coolest day of the week. And so we're looking at some nice warm temperatures for the rest of the week. And so very good. I'm glad. Okay, Vern, take care, sir. Enjoy the rest of your walk. I had my walk yesterday. And so actually 2 days in a row I went for a nice long walk. So I do need the exercise, that's for sure. Thanks again, Vern. Anything else, sir?
Oh, that's it for me, Chuck. Thanks so much for doing it. Glad you were out for a walk. When the weather's like this, honestly, I just feel like you gotta get outdoors. Take care, Chuck. I'll be listening along. VA3 CRF.
All right, so we'll clear with VA3 CRF. And let's bring in Jason. Thank you for waiting, Jason. VE3ZJC. Come on in.
Hey, good evening, Chuck and everybody else on the net. Yeah, tried to check in a little earlier, I guess, being out here in the boonies now. Signal is quite overpowered with the receiver and everybody else trying to get in. Yeah, still on vacation. This is week 3. Still setting up the homestead here. Haven't done anything else other than my primary setup to get back on the radio more frequently, only UHF and VHF and so forth. Yeah, other than that, just unplugging and replugging things in and setting up various electronics. And yeah, been listening along since the beginning. So thanks for tuning in, Chuck, and I'll send it back.
Okay. Did you say you were on week 2 of vacation?
Negative. This is week 3 of vacation.
Oh, wow. Nice long vacation. Plenty of time. No rushing around for the move, so that's really good. Um, uh, it's like when some people have like a month to move from one house into the new place, and so plenty of time to vacate, clean up, and whatnot. So right on. And so things are coming along well then.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, we took that approach for the move. So we had
Oops.
trips up to the new place. We were hauling some boxes and stuff, whatever would fit in our vehicles. And then the big move with movers was 2 weeks ago. And yeah, we've just been slowly unpacking. And Al, NFL, he'll understand completely that the wife is out there cutting the grass 3 days a week, so much of it, and we got a lot of rain previous to this week, so it just kept growing and growing and growing. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun, fully unpacking, setting everything up, figuring out where I want everything. Yeah, it's 3 weeks of vacation. I'm not looking forward to next week for sure.
Okay, very good then, Jason. Well, thank you for taking the time out and checking in with us. And you take it easy and enjoy the rest of the evening. Pretty soon we'll all be sitting out there in front of the fire, and well, some of us. Okay, so we'll clear with VE3ZJC, and I want to give a shout out to a new check-in on YouTube stream. We have King63CK. No call sign. Maybe your name and location. My name is Chuck, and I'm located in Hamilton, Ontario, at the western tip of Lake Ontario. And welcome to our net. We're here every Monday from 7 to 8, or if the check-ins stop coming, we just stop early. Okay, so with that, let's see who else is out there would like to check into the Monday night accidental net. Please come now.
Victor Echo 3, every kind of junk. Victor Echo 3, Golf November.
All right, two more there, EKJ and Golf November. Let's bring in Mr. William, VE3EKJ.
Oh, Chuck, you gotta call me Bill. When people call me William, it's because I owe them money.
Yeah, same here, Bill. Uh, Everyone calls me Chuck except the government and my family.
Yeah, government are such friendly folk when they're after your money. Not an awful lot new, although I was sorry to hear first thing in this morning the Hamilton clubs canceled their Grimsby tailgate. And I was going to meet a guy there coming up from Waynefleet and pick up an old Collins 75A2 receiver from 1951, the year before I was born. And now I'm going to have to make other arrangements. But a little sad. They say they just didn't have enough vendors registered to want to host it. And Stevensville last month got canceled. I don't know what's going on there, Chuck.
Yeah, I heard a rumor that they had very few tables booked, and so that was the reason. I guess, and I even heard a lot of vendors didn't show up at Hamvention. People just didn't want to drive. Can't afford the gas, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a fair bit of it. Everybody may be husbanding their money. I'm pretty sure Milton will still survive. And the Ancaster one for the Hamilton Club in the fall. But a lot of the smaller events, I guess they're taking a hit. But it is a pity, but it's the times, and what can we do about them? Of course, I really shouldn't be looking to add any more boat anchors into my place anyways. A little bit of concrete, and I could just build another room to the house out
it. Well, if you're like some of the hams that I've seen pictures of online there, they build walls with their boat anchors there, Bill. They build walls. Mm.
Well, I don't mind confessing too. I don't know if anybody's listening that if they have some old boat anchor with vacuum tubes in it, that's, under a bench or stuffed in the garage or whatever that they haven't dragged out in years. If they were looking for a home for it, I'm the guy that probably would not be able to resist. They just call me.
As I understand, Bill, it's yeah, it's a love affair, of course. All right, Bill. Well, we do have one more waiting in the wings there. So, do you have any plans? Do you have anything exciting coming up, or what?
Nah, I'm old, Chuck. I don't do much.
Yeah, same here. All right, Bill. Well, thank you so much for your check-in tonight. I do appreciate it. It sure is making the time go by quickly. So, thank you again for checking in. And with that, let's bring in Rob, VE3 Golf November. Hmm.
Well, good evening, Chuck, and everyone on net. Nice to check in. I saw the cancellation on the ONTARS website where they list all the Hamfests for the summer and fall, and it's too bad. Hopefully it'll be there next week, next year rather. Excuse me. I'm going to Cambridge next Sunday, and that's kind of a small Hamfest, and it'll be interesting to see how many people there are there.
Yeah, I'm seeing news clips with people saying, I can only afford to go to work, come home, and do groceries once in a while. That's it. I can't afford to do anything else. So yeah, uh, it's hitting home, right?
Yeah, it was bad enough even before the stuff in the Middle East, and
Yeah.
now gas has gone up even more, and it's up and down, and that's going to raise the price of gas. Going to raise the price of goods, or has already probably, just for the cost of transporting that stuff. It's going to add to the price of food and everything else that we buy. So. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the next several months, but we'll roll with the punches, I guess.
Yeah, and don't forget our generous government has taken a couple of pennies off of each liter of gas there until September. Now that'll be interesting to see what happens when they put that back in place.
That's right. That's right. One of the surtaxes or something. I forget what it was, but yeah, I've forgotten about that. Talking about boat anchors and walls of radios, it's like sometimes I go on QRZ and I'll look up a call sign or whatever, and I think on eham.net there's a section where there used to be where all these different photos of hams who submitted their photos of their shacks and stuff, and wow, some of them are just amazing. Like you said, walls of radios, and floor to ceiling, pretty well. Well, not including the desktop, but every ham's dream.
Yes, I've actually captured some of those photos, and I have a thing called QSL cards, a file folder called QSL cards, and I put those in there. Sometimes I display them here on the stream when I'm doing the stream to let people see all the exotic call signs that I get from contacts and the walls of radios. Yes. Anyways, Rob, thank you so much for checking in. How's your net going Saturday mornings there? I missed last Saturday.
It's going okay. It's getting more comfortable to do. You get like a system down, and I mean, you know how it is with net controlling, and it's getting more easier to do. I try to make as many people contact as many people as possible in other grid squares when there are checking in. We usually have like 3 to 4 different grid squares total. So it's nice, and then the band opens up a bit. It's interesting too. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes this summer. I meant to ask you how's your back?
Well, I'm getting tired of complaining about the pain. This last procedure, Rob, did not go as planned, and I am not feeling relief. As a matter of fact, I'm in more pain now than when I went in for the procedure. It's horrible.
But you can still manage to walk from what you were saying, right?
Yes, I can walk, but not very far. Can't stand for very long. My legs get shaky, and I just have to sit down. And so, yeah, it's pretty much from the lower back all the way down to my feet. Of course, I've got diabetes, and I've got very poor blood flow to the bottom half of my body, and that's also causing issues there. So, yeah, not much I can do about it, but just let the docs know what's going on.
Yeah, that's something they'll take care of and keep managing. I guess I've got some back issues. It's just a matter of time before it's bone on bone. So I'm gonna not be enjoying that. But anyway, we're all getting older. At least you got ham radio, Chuck. And just, and life is good despite the pain. I know what you're talking about with pain too. I have my share, arthritis and all that stuff. Anyway, this is starting to sound like a Geritol net. 7-3, nice to have you there doing the net, and thanks for letting me check in. VA3GN.
Okay, Rob, very good. So just so people know, Rob's net is on Saturday mornings on 2 meters um, upper side, 144.205, I do believe. Upper side, Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Is that right, Rob?
8:30. 8:30. Thanks a lot, Chuck. Appreciate it.
Okay, very good. So test out your equipment Saturday mornings if you are so inclined and have the capabilities to do 2-meter sideband. And Rob is net control, and he brings in people from different areas, different regions, and grid squares, and has them try to contact one another. And so it's a lot of fun. Anyhow, so we'll clear with VE3GN. Excuse me. And let's see who else is out there would like to check into the Monday night accidental net. This is Chuck in Hamilton, VA3CJZ. Alrighty then. So let's see. Did I miss any other net that's on tonight? Oh, I believe Chris, VE3RWJ, has the Sounds Good net at 8 p.m. on the VE3RSB Burlington repeater. And so check in with him. He talks about sound, music, equipment, and all related topics. So if you get a chance to check in there, please do. And so with that, that means this is last call for the Monday night Lake Ontario Radio Club Monday Night Net. Please come now.
From your calendar, ParkNet starts in 10 minutes.
All right. Well, I'd like to thank everyone who checked in with me tonight, as well as the folks who checked in on YouTube. I forgot to mention Marty checked in on my live stream, VE3QEE, and I'm guessing he's doing the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club net on NCF repeaters. So we'll go over there and say hi to him. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'll be back on Wednesday at 8 p.m. to do the longest running 2-meter simplex net in the Hamilton and Dundas area. And that will be on 146.430 at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. Be sure to join me. It's a lot of fun. We take check-ins, exchange informations, do a little bit of trivia, as well as talk about events on this day in history. And so it's a lot of fun. Please join me then. Until then, take care. Have a great rest of the evening. This is VA3CJZ saying so long for now. Oh, by the way, tonight we had 16 check-ins. So very respectable. Thank you all again. 7-3.
VA3 IMW, VE3KJ.